Prof. Muranga, I think I'm going to phrase the question in the sense that it looks at the continent of Africa. We have 54 countries in Africa. I heard someone saying 55, so 54, 55, 50. In Africa, we are mainly consumers of innovation and consumers of technology. And you have led the Banana Industrial Research and Development Center successfully for years. So how do we become the supply of innovation, the supply of technology, and the demand? How do we play that role in the global community? Instead of, as she just mentioned, cloud, we use things such as Zoom, Teams, and so forth. But all of these AI tools are mainly exported to us. How do we now become in the forefront?
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to say, importing the right technology, there's nothing wrong with it. Because also have to remember that behind some of these technology are the African minds that we have inadvertently exported to Europe through brain drain. Many of our young men and women who went underage to study are behind most of these technologies. The most important thing is that we have to know what is strategic for us to import and how do we apply that technology to add value to what we have so that we can create a greater resource for the markets and then in a position to export it. Just to give an example, my experience, I went to Germany and did a lot of in-depth studies on the science and technological study, applying what they had done in their studies to the banana, which nobody thought we had studied. And after that, we have applied the same technologies to transform that to non-commercial food into the commercial one, such that we have been able to transform the banana flour to a level where it becomes a prebiotic, and which is going to make it a first-class ingredient next to what they call superfoods. So I think that the issue is not that we're going to reinvent every technology, but how do we strategically cause the technology transfer to apply to what is critical within our environment so that we can be able to add value to it and transfer it to the market.
5% at this point is 150, but we are going to expand significantly because we started to export. Can you just talk about your program, what you did, combining research and creating a program? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's okay.
I come from the research and development. I'm really from university. Professors normally don't create employment. They create grades. So I have a very difficult story because I think I'm the first professor to be directed by a politician to take what I'm doing to make it work for the economy. And as a professor, I rebelled first. I said, no, I don't trust you. Then I met another professor from where I'd got the knowledge, and he challenged me. He said, go back to your country and do what they're saying. If we get hold of what you have here, your country will remain poor. Let me start from there. The issue is that in Africa, we have the brains and the ability to solve most of our problems. The problem is that we are following models of people who have already got far ahead to solve our problems. When I got the challenge, I realized that I have to identify what is my problem. My problem, first and foremost, is to ensure that the farmers that were our breadwinners, growing bananas every year, get economic sense out of the bananas. And I wasn't a farmer expert, but that's what I realized was the problem. So because I was not an expert in farming, I realized it has to be more than adding value to banana. It has to be adding value to the whole sector. And that's where the value chain in the banana industry started. I can't really exhaust it here, but what I want to tell you is that through the value chain undertaking, we're able to solve many problems. Most of the public universities in my countries are working in this industry. You know, most of the leading professors have got a stake. We have students doing different researches, demand-driven research to drive this industry. And in our forecast, we are looking at this industry employing over 50,000 people. And we did a projection recently, and we said, if we have 200 projects which become industries, in the next 20 years, over 10 million people will be productively engaged. They are talking about 150 who are employed directly by us.